Hey, my name is Marek. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing amazing today. And I'm walking down the streets here in Singapore again. And I bought some equipment. So as you can see, I have a microphone now. I hope you can hear me well. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey here so far. Yesterday, I've been doing some reflection, mostly about what we did in the event here in Latvia. And I want to share you some insights. And basically, there were so many insights that I had from that event, and I'm so amazed by all the knowledge and all the energy with the people that I hang around with, and the people that I hang around with are truly incredible, amazing people that are killing it in life. And a friend of mine, he asked me yesterday, I said, hey, can you share me some golden nuggets that you learned, right? And I thought, yeah, of course I wanted to share, and I will share it with you as well. But one of the most important things that I cannot explain is, or nobody can explain basically, is the energy from the people there, because that's something you have to experience, right? And basically hanging around with people that are doing great things and have a different mindset than I have, are further in life than I am. That energy from those people, that's really what's truly amazing, and that's really what got me, and it brought me thinking about there are the only limitation, or the only obstacle we have in life is between our ears. It's this thing here, right? The brain, right? And I know you probably heard it like a dozen times, but it always comes down to that, right? If you or if I am not somewhere where I want to be in my life, that's not because of some external circumstance. Oh, I love this street, by the way. Look at this. Wow, that's amazing. So it's usually not of external circumstance, but it's what happens here in the brain, right? And it can be a super powerful tool. Our brain can be super powerful, but it can also be very destructive. And I mean, look it up, right? How many people in the US take medication and are still unhappy? So it shows you that why they take medication in the first place, right? Because their brain or whatever. And people always argue with me, no, it's because they're sick. No, it's just between the thing here, right? And I personally as a Christian, I also have God, and I don't often talk about that, but that's something that gives me an unfair advantage over other people who don't have God, right? Because when I'm fearful, when I'm not somewhere where I want to be, I can always pray and I can always ask God for help. So that's just a little personal side note. But yeah, it comes all down to, okay, what is my mindset? How do I think? And the people that I hang around with in Europe in the mastermind event, people that were doing 8 million a month in revenue, and people that were doing all kinds of businesses. And for me, that sounds like a huge number, but even that person was struggling with things that I would never struggle with. And that shows you that we're all limited by our thoughts. And a good example of that guy, right? He was so he's doing 8 million a month in revenue, and somehow in order to get that money and whatever process, like very complicated process, but somehow he had to print checks every day, and he had to do that for 3 hours a day. And he was so convinced that that job that he was doing, like the printing checks, he was the only person who could do it, right? And of course, that's not true, because everybody can print checks and everybody can do his job basically. But he was so convinced that he had to do it, and we finally convinced him that it's stupid what you're doing, because you're wasting 3 hours every day. Even it was so funny. He even brought a printer from all the way from the US to Europe he brought a printer and a scanner with him just to do his job, right? And like of course, he could enjoy his time with us, but he had to spend at least 3 hours a day to do that menial task. It was so stupid, and then we finally convinced him, and it just shows you that every limitation that we have is always here, right? It's always in our mind, and that's what I realized when I changed that, when I changed my attitude towards money, towards business, towards relationships, that changed everything for me. And so I challenge you today. If there's something that you feel you are limited by, like look at this, these buildings, that right there. These people weren't thinking limited, They were thinking about how can we create the tallest building. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? These people weren't limited by by their little minds, and think about it. If we limit ourselves by our own mind, we are not using our full capacity, right? And actually, I believe we're doing a disservice to the people that we need to help, right? Take for example my YouTube channel. I was super scared, super afraid to start a channel. I didn't know how to talk, and I still don't know how to talk, but I'm just doing it, right? I'm just doing it, and along the way I learn. And these people, these built these amazing buildings here, and built the city. Like they just did it. They just did it, and they figured out along the way how to build a structure, right? So it all goes to say, like, don't let your life limited by this thing here. Use it actually. Use it in a good way, right? Read books, follow courses, surround yourself with the people with the right mindset. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like. Not a dislike, a like. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and God bless.